This video will explore ultimate questions in relation to Buddhism. First, the question of whether God or gods exist will be addressed, before exploring the questions of the origins of life and its purpose. There are many sutras or scriptures of Buddhism, in which we will find Buddhist ideas about these ultimate questions. Although the Buddha lived in the 7th century BCE, the teaching of the Buddha was passed on through oral tradition until it was written down about 2,000 years ago. Buddhism follows the teaching of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Buddha is a name given, which means the enlightened one. Following the religion of Buddhism does not require belief in a god. Some Buddhists believe that Buddhism does not exclude belief in God, and that some Buddhists may believe in God. But that is not the main focus of Buddhism. Some scriptures of Buddhism, especially the early ones, make reference to godlike creatures called devas. These are creatures living in a realm other than the human realm. These devas do not intervene in the human realm. So in Buddhism, there is no account of a god who acts in the world. And the Buddha certainly is not God. Buddha, the founder of the religion of Buddhism, appears to have no belief in God, so far as the scriptures of Buddhism say. Buddhism does not have a single account of the start of the world, although some traditions of Buddhism have creation accounts. Some Buddhists support the idea that there is no beginning of the universe, it has always been there. Others turn to science for explanation of where the world has come from. Some argue that the Buddha did not teach about the origins of the world because it is not relevant to developing the spiritual life. Therefore, there is no account of a creator in Buddhism. The Buddha taught that life is a continuous cycle called samsara, which has no fixed beginning. Samsara is an ongoing cycle of birth and death. For Buddhists, existence is both ongoing and finite. Each individual life will end, but will be reincarnated over and over in an endless cycle of rebirth. There are 6 realms into which souls are reborn, from the best, that in which the devas or godlike creatures reside, to the human realm second, followed by 4 less desirable realms, including the animal realm. These realms are not separate but interlinked, as, for example, the human realm and the animal realm exist together in the one world, but experience life differently according to their realm. The wheel of life symbolizes the endless cycle of existence and suffering. The purpose of life is tied into the idea of karma in Buddhism. Karma is the idea that our actions affect us in the future. Good actions create a more positive future, and bad actions create a more negative future. However, Buddhists believe that not all events are the result of previous actions, as natural events may have influenced the situation. Buddhists believe that karma can affect an individual not only in this life, but in their next life and further reincarnations too. The realm into which a person is reborn is also determined by karma. However, the true purpose of life is to escape the cycle of rebirth altogether, which is called nirvana. Nirvana is the state of removing desire, hatred, suffering, and rebirth. Buddhist teaching addresses ultimate concerns in a very different way from Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Buddhism does not teach the existence of God, and is more focused on the spiritual development of the individual. The purpose of life is to escape the suffering of the cycle of rebirth.